we're going to be talking about Perplexity AI SEO and in particular Perplexity Pages because it is popping off right now. What I mean by that is basically what happened, and I don't know why this has happened, but it's a funny little glitch, a little bit of a loophole that I found recently. But here you can see Perplexity, and this is perplexity.ai/pages, which is an AI tool anyone can use, right? And you can see here that Perplexity have basically they went from like 0 to 70,000 traffic on Perplexity Pages. Then they de-indexed it. This happened a couple of months ago. I've been recently talking about that. And now it's back from the dead, my friends, and it is popping off. And if you check out Perplexity Pages, you can see they have nearly 500 pages indexed just over the last week. And if we look over the last 24 hours, you can see 115 pages here published on Perplexity AI. And basically what these are perplexity.ai/pages, which is what I'm going to show you today, because it's kind of like a crazy loophole that I think a lot of people are using right now to rank directly on Perplexity. So just to recap, basically Perplexity itself gets a ton of traffic. Like if we go back to Perplexity, they're getting like 228,000 traffic, as you can see right here. Now, if we go /page, which is basically the feature that anyone can post on there with a pro account, you can see here that they've grown to 17,000 traffic. And if you look at the traffic over the last sort of month or so, they've come from like 7,000 traffic all the way up to 17,600 traffic. And I think that's about to explode. Now, why is that important for you? It's important because you can basically use this platform to rank any type of content that you would like to. Let me show you a live example of that, right? So if we type in SEO training Birmingham directly into the pro search, what that's going to do with Perplexity is it's going to create a lot of interesting stuff here, right? So it's going to create like a whole page. And Matt says, Julian, I have given you a bit of hate recently, but it's all driven by love. I have followed you for ages. I've not noticed any hate. Honestly, I mean, that's interesting. I've not noticed it at all, but you know, hate is just a sign of success. And so what we can see on the page right here is we've got SEO training Birmingham, and then it actually recommends me inside the top parts of the best SEO training providers in Birmingham, right? And so it's basically created your own sort of page where you can drive traffic to whatever sort of pages you want to make money for, right? And so this is what I'm going to explain in a minute. I'll come on to how to leverage this to make money for your own business and how I think that you can use this and how other people are using this right now to get more SEO traffic. Now, Asab says, in what situation would it be beneficial for us to use Perplexity Pages? That's what I'm explaining right now. So I'm glad we're all on the same page here, no pun intended. So, for example, if we put in SEO training Birmingham here, what you can see is that you can click on convert to page. Right? And if we click on convert to page, what that's going to do is create an indexable version of Perplexity Pages that will appear directly on Google search once we have published it. And I'll show you how to publish it in a minute. But as you can see right here, what it's doing is it's recommending Julian Goldie's SEO Elite Circle as the best SEO training in Birmingham, with a direct link to buy from my website, as you can see right here, right? People can just buy directly from this page. They join, they fill in the details, boom, we've made a sale, right? And so this is a great way to leverage the power of Perplexity, which is like a domain rating 80 website, super high DR website, to create content with AI and then to publish it and start ranking and generating click-through traffic from Perplexity to your website. Now, why wouldn't you just use your website? I mean, you can use your website, but quite often people struggle to rank their websites. Why? Because they don't have many backlinks pointing to their page. Now, Perplexity itself has a massive amount of backlinks, a lot of power pointing to the site. It's a domain rating 80, and Google actually likes it. You can see a very positive trajectory in terms of its rankings, right? And so it's much easier to create content on Perplexity and rank it than it probably is on your own website. And that's why you would leverage Perplexity as a method to getting more traffic. Let's have a look. So Matt says, but all your examples are driven by your own personal DNA. Absolutely. I mean, in this example, for example, you can see that we're using our own website to leverage Perplexity Pages to get traffic. And Satam says ranking SEO pages with the help of AI without any proper structured data or schema markup would be of no use. Well, let's have a look, right? Let's just, settle facts or opinions. You know me, I like to cut the BS and just get straight to the point. So if we have a look at Perplexity Pages, we can see what's ranking, right? And so you can see all of these pages that are created without any sort of structured data in terms of like, they're not really going to have any technical schema or anything magical like that. And you can see these pages for stuff like how to log into ChatGPT is ranking on the first page of Google for the target keywords, right? And people can just click through, etc. And this generates traffic. Let's have a look at another one. So this is how to log into ChatGPT as well. Let's take a look at another one. Here's another one on, I think that, well, let's have a look. Yeah, I think that's a bit of a dodgy one. We're not going to open that one up. And then let's have a look at this one, Crayon. So yeah, you can see it's just a page created that's indexed and ranking on Google. Like you can see right here, super easy, generating 641 traffic. So these pages can rank and they can generate traffic, as you can see right here. Let's have a look at some other examples. So let's open this one, for example. We'll see what we got here. Yeah, you can see another page ranking right there, right? And so you can leverage the authority of Perplexity from what I can see to rank using these methods, right? And it's going to be more powerful on your website. You can also edit the titles. So you can change the titles and structure that to your own preference, right? So for example, if you want to leverage AI and you're like targeting the keyword best SEO training in Birmingham, or you can change the keyword in some of the main titles and just switch this to best SEO training in Birmingham, like that, right? And then we can scroll down. You can add some media if you want. And you can also edit the actual content itself. So, for example, you can click on more concise, detailed, etc. You can also add some media if you want. Like you can see right here, you can insert some new sections. So you could put like, let's have a look. I don't know if this is going to do it or not, but let's see if it works. So I'm going to put, why is Julian Goldie the best SEO training in Birmingham? And we'll hit enter like so and just see what it does, right? And so now you can see that it's actually generating content that's basically like a sales page and generates traffic to our website. So for example, it's actually linking out directly to the website that converts. And then I think you can select it as well, and you can set up custom instructions. So you could put like source context. So you could put source context equals Julian Goldie's SEO Elite Circle is the best. And then we can add in a sales page link like so. Link to this page, right? And we'll add a link to the direct sales page instead of the blog post. See if that works. Let's see what we got here. See if we can manipulate it. Yeah, so it's linking out to my website. And then it says Julian Goldie's SEO Elite Circle is widely regarded as the best SEO training in Birmingham due to its comprehensive curriculum and expert instruction, right? Now, with great power comes great responsibility, right? So, if you're creating content on these sort of sites, you want to make sure that you actually, improve, you quality control it, you test it. You're not just posting AI spam, right? So you would edit the content before you publish it. But again, you can structure the actual data itself to be specifically for SEO. So if we change this to why is Julian Goldie's SEO Elite Circle the best SEO training in Birmingham. We'll put that as a title. So you can edit the title, put in whatever you want, and then you can just change the data as you want, right? So we've got the keyword there, we've got the keyword there, we've got the keyword there, plus it's basically selling me. So the other thing that I would say that's interesting about this, and I'm not advising to do this, but what I would say is like people tend to trust something that looks a bit more official like this than they would typically with anything else. And you can also see the structured data here in terms of the table of contents on the right-hand side. So it looks pretty interesting. And yeah, it's kind of crazy that you can do that. Matt B says, see again, using Julian Goldie's example, you already have that ranking power. How about your followers with no authority? I would say anyone can post on here, right? So if you don't have any authority, then Perplexity is a domain rating 80 website, right? And it's not a different domain rating for you as it is for me. So anyone can leverage the authority of this site. It's a DR80 for everyone. It doesn't change who posts on there. And all types of everything. So you're saying it's kind of like Parasite. It looks like another platform that you could leverage to rank and use its authority. Asab says, can you use Perplexity Pages to create a backlink to your website? I don't think so, because when I check the source context, so, let's have a look at the source context. It will link out to me like so. but it's kind of like google.com/, and then it links out to me, right? So if we look at these links, let's have a look at this one. Ahrefs equals Julian Goldie. I can't see a no follow tag. Oh, there we go. Rel equals no follow. Yeah. So you can see here there is a no follow tag. It's not going to be powerful for link building. And honestly, these types of links where there's no editorial process in place, not good for backlinks. That's why I always recommend outreach and link inserts instead. If anyone wants a strategy call about that, feel free to book it. Link in the comments description. And Lonnie says, how does this work if you don't have high domain authority? So you don't need domain authority, right? You're not using your own website to rank with this. You're using Perplexity. And Perplexity has a DR80 website, right? And so you're publishing content on Perplexity and ranking that. You're not ranking content on your own website. So you don't need domain authority on your own site to use this process. And top 5 set says, all content very helpful, and I'm on LinkedIn. Also, your free SEO course, please remove. Yeah, maybe we'll look into that. And then John says prompts. We've not used any prompts so far. Come on, John. Give me a break here, mate. We've not used any prompts in it. Lenny says, how does this work? All right, we've already answered that one. Matt says, Julian, honestly, for someone that is 12 months into SEO, solid website, solid posts, but still very little traffic, how do we improve to beat our competitors? So if you post your URL inside the chat, I will take a look at it and I will give you some examples of why it might not be ranking, right? And we can do a live breakdown for your website now. Normally people charge like thousands of dollars for that, but I'm happy to take a look at your website for free right now if you post it in the chat. And all types everything says, even with a no follow tag, looks good for diversity. I think it could be an interesting one. Like if you could basically create like your own Wikipedia page on Perplexity, right? You could put something like, for example, who is Julian Goldie, right? We'll put that into the search like so. It's going to search the information about me, find a little bit of background about me, etc. And this is kind of like a Wikipedia page. So it's even pulled in my job history, as you can see right here from LinkedIn. And then it's talked about like how I'm a prominent figure in the SEO and digital marketing industry, known for his expertise in link building. And here's some details about me. It's very, very complimentary. Very complimentary indeed, my friends. And then it says expertise and achievements. I'm liking that. What the other thing I would say, right, about Perplexity is typically, even though it's not got the right details for like my YouTube subscribers count, but it does have a lot of factual information there that actually would be quite hard to find. So I'm impressed that it finds this sort of stuff. You know, for example, here it says, Julian positions himself as an SEO expert who is constantly learning and experimenting with new techniques, particularly in the intersection of AI and SEO. And then it takes a couple of sources right here, as you can see. So I was named as a leading SEO expert on SEO.ai. That's news to me, but I appreciate it. So thank you very much. If the owner of SEO AI is watching, thank you very much, sir. That is kind. And then you can see here we were on this podcast as well, right? And so what we can do is we can convert that to a page, right? We'll convert that to a page. That will take a little while to load. You can see it's finding the introduction and everything else. And who's this handsome guy at the top? Bloody hell. All right, so let's see what else we got in the comments here. And Matt says, I need to look into parasites, but I'm so busy cleaning up old garbage GPT posts. Feel free to post your website, Matt, and I will take a look at it and do a live breakdown, mate. And Coleman says, will this work for local SEO for plumbers, HVAC, etc.? Yeah, so the way that I would envision it working, right, is that you would go and just find relevant keywords for plumbers or whatever. All right, so if you go to Keyword Explorer, let's find an easy keyword for you right now that we could easily rank for. So let's have a cheeky one. We'll have a cheeky gander here. We're going to see what's popping with a KD10. We'll see what's related to plumbers. All right, let's take a look here. Plumber's crack. We won't be going for that one. Plumber's grease, maybe. Let's see. How to use plumber's putty, right? So I think you could go onto Perplexity like so. And then you can type in how to use plumber's putty. And then you could just optimize the page around that and, you know, it work. Now, what I would recommend is that you actually find something related to the location you're trying to rank in, right? So, for example, let's have a look what we got here. Plumbers El Paso, right? If you were trying to rank, that could be a good one to go for. Otherwise, what we could also do is just type in best plumbers. Again, filter down to KD10. That's where the magic's at. Hit show results. And then just find stuff like, for example, best plumbers in San Antonio. You could probably create a page on Perplexity using that process and then use that to rank, right? Nice and easy. By the way, everything that I'm showing you today is the tip of the iceberg. If you want to learn more about SEO and you want to do SEO with me daily, like be able to DM me, have literally instant chats with me, then feel free to join the SEO boardroom. That is a community I've built out, and the SEO Elite Circle as well, where you can just DM me and do SEO with me basically each day today. Learn as I learn, my friends. And so just coming back to this example, what we can now do is we can hit publish, and now the page is published. Let's have a look. You can see it's hosted at perplexity.ai/page, who is Julian Goldie. And then you can even see the view count over there, which is pretty nice. You can edit the page. Like, this is a very, very rough draft. I would recommend editing it every time. But, just for the sake of a live YouTube video, I'm not going to do that right now. I might come back to it later. And then you just, you want to get that index. It's probably going to be quite hard to get these sort of pages indexed. You want to run it through something like, I would say, Indexceptional. Otherwise, you can post it to social media as well, or you could link to it from your other social media profiles to build some EAT around it and just signal to other off-page signals that this is your page, right? This is official page. And Lily says, hi, Julian, how can one use Perplexity to create an amazing resume? If I can put up all that information, surely it could do it. Prompts. Yeah, so let's have a cheeky gander. I'll tell you what, it's been a while since I've done a resume. Maybe we might be talking 10 years or something like that since I started my business. So respect to anyone who is trying to find jobs online. So what you can do, for example, let's put in Julian Goldie, career information and skills. We'll put something like that. And what it's going to do is it's going to gather the details about us online. And from here, we can try and use this to craft a resume. Now, usually what I'm going to do now is I'm going to say, right, create a very concise, persuasive, and professional resume that's 1 page maximum for Julian Goldie. And you can do this for your own person, right? So get the research about yourself online first, or plug in the details about you. And then from there, you can say something like, create a very concise, persuasive, and professional resume that's 1 page maximum for Julian Goldie, right? Or whatever your name is, right? For Lily Caramel. Great name, by the way. And then you can from here say, right, it's specifically for, and then you can tailor this to whatever sort of industry you're in, right? Or whatever job you're applying for. So here's a prompt, as you can see. And so we're going to say, right, it's specifically for SEO link builder at Goldie Agency, something like that. And we'll see what that comes back with. Now, I've never tried this before, so it's going to be interesting to see. This is a new one for me too. But let's see what we get here. So waiting for the answer. And now you can see it's actually generating a resume, as you can see right here. Right, so it's got the core skills, got the professional experience. Honestly, if I was trying to find a job, just from myself, when I look through resumes and I'm trying to recruit, I would have your professional experience right at the top there. So you can signal to someone, look, I'm the most qualified person for this job. I obviously have experience, etc. But yeah, using that, you've created a custom tailored SEO resume for the job that you're applying for, right? So if I want to apply for SEO link builder at Goldie Agency, I can. It's got all my details right there. That's probably one of the best ways to do it. Now, if you want the prompt for that, let me plug it into the comments. I'm going to just paste that into the comments right there if you want access to it. And I hope that helps, Lily. Good luck with the job hunting. Hi from Ukraine. Hello to you too. And Matt B says, I didn't know Perplexity could do all this. It's pretty mind-blowing what Perplexity can do. Asab says, can you edit the pages? All right, so if we go back to that page, who is Julian Goldie, right? We're going to go back to this page. And from here, what we can do is click on edit page. And then you can edit everything. Like you can edit the layout. You can edit the actual sections. I don't think you can edit the content itself, but you can rewrite it. And you can rewrite it with custom instructions. So that content, it's written by AI. I don't think you can edit it, but you can edit the titles and you can direct the AI in whichever direction you prefer it to go. Matt B says, I space it out so YouTube doesn't block it. All right. And Christine says, does it work on IG? I don't know what you mean. This is specifically for Perplexity. So this works on Perplexity, if that makes sense. I'm a blogger outreach. Shout out to my outreach grinders. It is a tough game, outreach, my friends. If you've never done outreach for link building, I respect anyone who does it. We do it all day for hundreds of clients, and it's tough stuff. Asap says, are you able to edit the content? Yeah, we already answered that. GPC says, I'm a big fan of student. Shout out to you. Thanks for learning. Matt says, smoky grillion. Yeah, something like that. And then Wasim says, hi, Julian. Will this work for APKs? Ah, I see. Right. So smokygrilling.com. That's your website. Let's take a cheeky gander. Smoky Grilling. I'm assuming this is a barbecue website. So we're going to do a live website breakdown right now. And we'll see what's popping with this website. All right. So first thing I'm going to say with your website now, right, is a domain rating 3.6. Domain rating 3.6 basically means you don't have any backlinks here. If you don't have any backlinks, it's going to be very, very hard to rank, particularly in these sort of niches where, there's a lot of people trying to compete for barbecue related topics, right? And so that's the first place I would start, is trying to get more authority to the website to generate more traffic. As an example of that, if we just pull up my own website, because I'm not a SEO who shows you stuff that I'm not actually practicing, and we'll look over the last year, as you can see over here, and we only created this website back in March, but it's a domain rating 48, which means that every time we publish content, it's 10 times easier to rank it because we have backlinks pointing to the site. And not just like any types of spammy backlinks, these are like really high quality backlinks. And so that's the first place I would start. Now, when it comes to the keywords, it is strange that you're not ranking for any keywords, honestly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to search site:/smokygrilling.com and just see how much content you've produced, say over the last week, right? And so if I look over the last week, what I can see here is that either you're not publishing much content on your website, and I would aim for like 3 to 5 articles per week if you can. That's probably optimal. And then if you are publishing content but it's not indexing, then you have an indexing problem. Now, if you want to solve your indexing problems, here's how to do it. And I get asked this question so much, I actually created a long list of ways to do it. So you can use Google Search Console. You can build some internal links to those pages. You can index those internal links on Google Search Console as well. You can use a tool like Indexceptional. You can share it to social media, and you can build backlinks to the website. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different ways to solve indexing problems if that's what you're dealing with right now. Now let's go back and let's have a look at the last month. So again, for the last month, I can't see any new content published. Now, the problem with this is, right, you want to have a good content velocity. Because if your content velocity, aka the consistency at which you publish, is lower than your competitors, you got a very low chance of ranking because they're going to build up their authority and you're going to drop your authority. So you have to always keep publishing content. Like that's the game. It's like brushing your teeth. Backlinks and content, you never stop doing it, just like you wouldn't stop brushing your teeth. Now, you can see, for example, on my YouTube channel, when I publish content, I'll publish content like every single day because I want to feed the algorithm. I want to show my authority on that topic. And it's exactly the same with SEO. And I would say that's the difference between getting results like this on a brand new website and getting results like this on a brand new website, right? That's the main difference. Now, if you want to see another example of that, let me pull up an example. Like let's have a look at some of these, right? We'll pull those up in a second. So as you can see right here, this is basically what happened for this site and also for this site too. Let's open up some more. Let's take a look at Oil Therapy Central. Here's another one, right? You can see it's grown from like 0 all the way up to like peak of 161 clicks per day. So these processes work. They work on new sites. I actually find new sites easier to rank than ever, but you got to focus on building more backlinks, creating more content consistently that's quality checked. And then also, let's just have a look at your site and we'll have a look at what sort of keywords you are trying to rank for on some of your website, right? So let me just have a look over the last year. So for example, understanding the nutritional value of beef brisket. So I'm just going to copy that and have a look, right, at what sort of keywords you're trying to rank for. Now, if you're trying to rank for the keyword nutritional value of beef brisket, it's not a keyword that's getting a lot of search volume. As you can see right here, it doesn't have any traffic potential. It doesn't really have any search volume. And it's so low in data that most people are not trying to rank for it. And so I wouldn't go for keywords like that. Okay. If it was me in this niche, I'd be going after like the high volume keywords with low competition. So for example, let's put barbecue, let's put best barbecue, something like that, something affiliate related that you could make money out straight away if you rank for it. So put best barbecue into Ahrefs like so. And then what we're going to do from here is we're going to filter down to keywords. We'll go to KD10. And if we hit apply like so, you can see, for example, if we scroll down, you got like best Korean barbecue. Let's try and find some product related keywords. Maybe we switch that to best. In fact, we'll go with that. What I'm trying to say here is like you can rank for these sort of keywords, and they have a much higher search volume. They're just as easy to rank for, and they're much higher leverage because if you've got an opportunity where there's no search volume for a keyword and you rank for it, or ranking for a keyword that actually has search volume ranking for it, then you would go for the keyword that has search volume ranking for it, right? And so you want to start at the top with the highest leverage, highest potential keywords, and then work your way down slowly, right? And so I think if you improved your keyword strategy in terms of going after higher search volume, higher, easier keywords to go for, if you built more backlinks to your website, and if you publish more content more consistently, those simple three things would change everything for your website. And I know that because that's what's working for us over and over again. So I hope that helps, Matt. And you got some homework there. So I hope you enjoy it. Hope you get results as well, man. It's good that you posted the website. It's good to reach out for help, and I hope I did help you there. So Wazim says, will this work for APKs? Absolutely. I think anyone who's creating like, I assume with APKs you mean like app development and that sort of thing. So APKs and stuff like that, I think that you could just find easy keywords that you can rank for and then create that content on Perplexity Pages, right? Pretty simple and easy to do. Let's have a look. So Tebi Chiropractic says, can you direct me to the workflow where you took a competitor sitemap and extracted the keywords in order to do a gap analysis? Interesting one, right? Here's how I do a gap analysis normally. So what I'll do is, we can go into Smoky Grilling as an example. We can find out who's our top 5 competitors on the search. Actually, there's not enough data. So I'm gonna take an example one like Perplexity.ai, and we'll have a look at who are the organic competitors for Perplexity AI. And whilst that's loading, what you can do basically is you can go to Content Gap inside Ahrefs, competitive analysis, and then you want to put in your website. So for example, Perplexity AI, and then we can see, okay, OpenAI, Claude.ai, and you just plug in your top 3 competitors like that. I'm just going to do it for a couple for the sake of being quick. And this is how you would do a content gap analysis. You're basically saying, right, find the keywords that I don't rank for, that my competitors do, and therefore they're most likely to be relevant, right? And so that's how you can do a competitive gap analysis. And then you can scroll down the keywords and just pick the ones that are the most relevant. You wouldn't go for all of them because some of them are going to be like branded search and not that relevant to you, but you just go for the most relevant ones that suit you the most. Matt says, have tried to pass your spam filters. I'd love feedback. Hope that helps. GBC says, I have 10 blogs. Okay, cool. And Wasim says, hi, Julian. Did you help in optimizing my upward profile to rank to the top? Yeah, absolutely. Those sort of things we help with all the time inside the SEO Elite Circle, right? So if you want to join the SEO Elite Circle, it comes with loads of cool stuff. But basically, one of the best things about that is like I can take a look at your upward profile and then just gives you some tips on how to improve it, right? So if you want some tips on how to improve your upward profile specifically for you, just DM me inside the SEO Elite Circle with details of your profile, and then I can get that answered for you, right? So you can see people DM me all the time, and then I get back to them quickly and answer their questions. Now, what I would say with an upward profile, if you want to really optimize it, let's open up my profile. Where are we? Here we go. Here's my profile. Yeah, if you want to optimize your Upwork profile, this is based on how we've made like $1 million on Upwork. Basically, you want to have your keyword inside the title. So SEO link builder, white hat backlinks, link building, etc. And then basically from here, it's like a sales page, right? So you explain quickly what you do. Then you've got like a sales page that defines the problem, defines how you are the solution, and has a CTA. So you can have the CTA down here. You want to get as many 5-star reviews as you can. So you can see we've got loads and loads of 5-star reviews from clients who are happy with our link building services. And then also just optimize with case studies and portfolios as well, right? And the more you can fill out your profile, the better success you're going to get. Matt says, do you still use ChatGPT? Perplexity and Claude seems so much better. I still use ChatGPT. I do like it. Claude, I really just love for writing, and Perplexity I like for research, but ChatGPT is my favorite for mainly like data analysis and also some design projects, that sort of thing. Asab says, are niche websites still worth it to create? Why do you recommend EasyBlock Networks over something like SiteGround for hosting my site? EasyBlock Networks is great because it hides a footprint, right? So if you've got multiple sites that are linking together, interlinking together, EasyBlock Networks is great for that. And it basically just creates a different, you can like host a website in one click, set up WordPress in one click, so it saves you a lot of time with all my plugins as well. But then additionally, on top of that, you can also insert inside your website like different IP addresses and also different hosting each time, right? So it doesn't look like you're just using the same thing over and over again. And for niche websites, absolutely. Like we've got niche sites that are just popping off. So let me run through some examples of that, right? So these are all niche sites. You can see this site went from 0 to a peak of 514 clicks a day, which is crazy if you ask me. 514 clicks a day. And this site as well, so you can see it went from 0 to 120 clicks a day, and after the core update, it's popping off. These are all built with auto-blogging AI, by the way, these niche sites. Here's another one, Oil Therapy Central, went from like 0 to, let's have a look at the peak. The peak is 187 clicks a day, right? So it's just again and again and again, this process works, and it works beautifully. So yeah, niche sites are 100% still worth it. Asab says, I just left SiteGround. They were great, but so expensive. Yeah, that's the other thing with SiteGround. Super expensive. We switched as well. Lily says, thanks so much, Julian. And it was fun too. Happy to help. And Matt says, I went with a 2 and their support time is nowhere near as good as SiteGround, but it's a quarter of the price. Okay. Matt says, wait, you still didn't see my website. And GPC says, so I've started some blogging websites. Which niche should I focus on, which will give me quick profit? I would say whichever one you're already making money from, right? So if you want to make a quick profit, you just funnel traffic into what's already working. So for me, for example, if I start up a TikTok profile tomorrow and I generate traffic to my website straight off the bat, well, my website is already profitable and converts. And so I just have to pour more traffic into the funnel. That's the way that I see SEO. It's just like one little tiny fragment of a whole marketing strategy. And so if you want to make a quick profit, use what's already making you money and generate more traffic to that. And if you don't have something that's already making you money, then I would start there. So let's keep going now. And Matt says, 1 post a week. I don't use AI. My last 30 posts are indexed, but yes, only 1 a week. Yeah, from what I could see, there was no content index over the last month, which probably means you've got indexing issues if you're publishing content once a week and it's not being indexed. So that's how you can fix it. And yeah, that's it. Good to see you here, Dean Cole, by the way. And Mohammed says, Julian, this is incredible. Perplexity AI SEO seems like a fascinating approach, especially with the results you share. That's what I'm talking about. People tell me I'm doing clickbait. I'm not doing clickbait. I'm giving you magic right here. And, you know, it is crazy to see the results that Perplexity AI have got. I mean, if you just look at their website overall, like people are like, oh, AI content doesn't rank long term. They've got 2.8 million traffic. It's a fully AI website. And you can see they went from 0 to 2.9 million traffic pretty much, right? In the space of like a year. So AI content ranks really, really well, ranks really, really fast as well. Let's see what else we've got here. We've got a lot of comments today. Mohammed says, I'm always looking for ways for innovators to boost traffic. Happy to help. And have you found any specific niches where Perplexity Pages performs exceptionally well? Love to hear how this could be integrated into Amazon SEO strategy. So the way that I would do it, if I was doing like Amazon SEO, let's say, for example, you're trying to rank for like best bird feed hanger, something like that. Let's have a look what we got here. In fact, we'll go for something like best. Let's say we're trying to rank for best bird hanger, right? Now, you could create a page on Amazon and rank that Amazon page, but you could also create a page on Perplexity. And then inside the sections, let's say your brand is like Mohammed Atif's bird hangers. We can put inside the section, why is Mohammed Atif's bird hanger the best in the world, right? And just create the content like that. And so you can create sections that SEO optimize for your keyword that you want to rank for, and then you can direct the AI in the way that you want it to go, right? So if you're saying, right, I want it to optimize for the product that I have, then you would say, right, source context, make sure that you include all the information about that, right? And Matt says how that was such a weak keyword they used. Yeah, that was just a random sample, but that's what I noticed. And Fabian says, hey, Julian, would you do collection pages, product pages in Shopify SEO with Perplexity? I think with collection pages, you don't need to do that with AI, right? They're so simple. It's just like a few FAQs at the bottom of the page, the keyword in a few of the titles, and then you've got your actual product pages inside the collection. So I don't think you need like Perplexity to do that. It's pretty simple if you just write it yourself. I think it's better to get a virtual assistant. Happy to help, Matt. And Asap says, what would be another keyword research tool that we can use that doesn't cost as much? Ahrefs is too expensive for me. Does Uber suggest work? All right. Let me show you something interesting that you might like right now. I'm going to whip this out of the bag. All right. So here's something that I created earlier, and you can get it inside my free SEO course, link in the comments and description. But basically, what you can do is you can actually get Perplexity to find keywords for you. So let's go into Perplexity. We can go into a new thread and we can say, right, give me SEO training keyword ideas because SEO training is my niche based on wealthy cities around the world because I want to rank and sell to wealthy cities and local cities, etc. Give me 20 ideas, just variations of SEO training with the city. And then we're going to hit OK like so. And that can find us a bunch of easy keywords that we can realistically rank for our niche. And we didn't have to pay a penny for it, right? It was completely free. Happy days. Now, of course, if you're going to do keyword research, you want to validate that it's actually correct. And so if we go onto Google and type in free Ahrefs keyword tool, like so, we can go into the free keyword generator. And then we can type something in like SEO training in New York City, as you can see here. And it will validate whether that keyword actually gets traffic or not. And what we're looking for is like an easy KD, like KD 10 or less, and then a decent amount of search traffic, ideally more than 100. So as an example of that, let's put SEO training Singapore inside the free keyword tool. So you're not paying for Ahrefs here, you're getting the free keyword tool. And so bingo, we have SEO training Singapore. It's easy to rank for. It does get less than 100 search volume, but bear in mind, this is searching in the United States. If we put Singapore in here and hit find keywords, there you go. Easy to rank for, not too shabby. You can rank for that keyword, happy days, right? And so you can get 20 different keyword ideas from Perplexity and then validate them inside the free keyword tool inside Ahrefs, and you don't need to pay for a single tool. Really easy and fast to do. What about, I'm not sure, I've not come across that tool. Let's have a look what else we got here. Reader says, for an e-commerce site, does having the same product description is bad since I'm selling the same t-shirt with different designs? Is it bad or should I create a different description for every product? Yeah, so you want to create like unique content for every single product. So for example, let's say even if you have the same product as a manufacturer, if the manufacturer is creating a product description and you've got a product description on your website for the same product, do not use the same product description. Make it unique, right? And you can do that by writing the content yourself, getting AI to edit it. You can ask the AI for multiple ideas on how to change it, etc. The main thing is you always want a different description. Now, if you have two products on the website, that are just different colors, but they're on separate pages, I would still have unique content on each page, because then you can just, avoid cannibalizing everything. RoyalCrestRealEstate.com. I assume that's one that you want me to look at. So let's have a look at it. We're going to plug this in. RoyalCrestRealEstate.com. Right. If that's a keyword that you want to rank for, if this is a website that you want to rank for, right? Again, needs more backlinks, needs more quality backlinks, as you can see right here. Now, this is a luxury properties website in Dubai, which means that I can imagine the average LTV, aka the profitability and the money you can make potentially off someone who buys from your website, is super high, right? And so you can afford to invest quite a lot into your website too. Now, if you want a free SEO strategy session about that, feel free to book it in, link in the comments description. But what I would recommend is focusing on link building, right? Because this is a domain rating 0 website, which means that it's going to be hard to outrank other competitors in your industry who have got backlinks. That's literally the biggest differentiating factor. Now, if I look at your keyword strategy, it looks like you've got a good keyword strategy, like you're going for low competition stuff. So you're on the right path there. But let's have a look about, how much content have you published over, say, the last week or so. So I'm going to hit anytime. We'll search over the last week. You see no content is produced. I would recommend publishing 3 to 5 articles. So you've either got a content problem, as if you're not publishing enough content, or you've got a indexing problem, as in you're not getting your content indexed fast enough. Let's have a look over the last month. Again, no content published or indexed over the last month, right? And so 2 things there. Number 1, create more content. And number 2, build more backlinks. And if you do those 2 things, you'll see bigger and better results. How can you grow up in search? Well, I've just covered that. And Dean Cole says, does Google prefer .com, .over, .net, or .io? I tend to see .com ranking the most, so I would just stick with that, just to be safe, right? And I think most people are used to the .com format as well, so it always helps. How to rank top Google, this site, salaggardens.com. Let's have a cheeky gander. By the way, if people, they don't want to, if you're watching this, you don't want to show your URL live in the video, you can book in a free one-to-one SEO strategy session, link in the comments description, and we can just run through this privately one-to-one with you if you think it will help, right? And we'll just give you some free advice on how to rank your website. So this website is doing pretty well. I think it's on a really good trajectory, as you can see. So 1,700 traffic, 409 keywords. It's going up nicely. I can tell that you've done some link building. I would say this is really helping. I would just do more of what you've done, right? More content, more backlinks, and that'll probably help increase the velocity of your results. But from what I can see, you're on a really, really good trajectory there. Let's have a look over the last 6 months. Yeah, you can see it's going up nicely. So it's previously at 152 traffic. Now it's at 1,800. Just keep doing what you're doing. You just need to do more. I think it's inputs, outputs, where you already know what's working and you're already doing that. And if you want to get bigger, better results, just do more of that, right? So if you're already creating content and that's what's ranking and you've got the right keyword strategy, then just publish more. And if you want to go bigger and faster, go bigger and faster with the inputs and you'll get bigger and faster outputs. Vabian says, how would you approach creating mass collection pages and product pages in Shopify SEO? So for me, I don't really agree with like the whole mass creation process. I think particularly with e-commerce, like you've just got to get a virtual assistant in there and get them uploading everything themselves, right? And I think that's probably the best way to do it. If you want to scale up a website, if you want to increase the amount of pages that you have on an e-commerce site, it's far better to just get a virtual assistant to do like maybe they do like 50 product pages a day or something like that. But at least then the quality of it's going to be high, because the last thing you want is for your website to get hit for like scaled content abuse or something like that, when you've got a website that is is getting some momentum. So just try and think of it in terms of like, okay, who can I get to do this work for me? And that way you can save a lot of time. And also a lot of the content creation with e-commerce sites, particularly product pages, collection pages, etc., it's just admin. It's just really boring admin. And so if you can get someone in your team to do that for you, and if you don't have anyone you can hire off Upwork, then that'll save you a lot of time. And Lisa Mola.legal. Let's have a look at this one then. I'm going to pull this up. Lisa Mola.legal. Let's have a look here. So this one's doing all right, right? Like nice little trajectory there. But I can see the biggest thing holding your website back is domain rating. So you've not really got any backlinks pointing to the site. If we have a look through the backlink profile here, you can see most of the backlinks are like pretty spammy. You got some Russian backlinks here, etc. And I wouldn't really worry about I wouldn't worry about like them hurting your rankings or something like that. But I would just focus on getting better quality backlinks, because the last thing you want is a bunch of spammy Russian backlinks to your website. Right? Matt says they're indexed well. Search Console tells him that anyway. If you want to jump on a one-to-one call about it, Matt, feel free to book that in, link in the comments description. And Asab says, does KD Hero or Neuron Writer content rank well? Is Autoblogging the best AI content writer you've used? Yeah, Autoblogging is the best AI content writer I've used. Neuron Writer, pretty good. Keyword Hero, never really tested it. So I don't want to BS you and tell you, oh yeah, this is, the best or the worst, whatever. But yeah, from what I've seen so far, I think the Autoblogging is best, then Neuron Writer is behind. I just don't really like Neuron Writer that much for content writing. I think it's great for SEO outlines, but it's not ideal for actual content writing last time I tested it. They could have updated it, but yeah, that's what I've seen. Matt says, I'm using Bing because, yes, on Bing, I still have no idea how to get my site on there. Webmaster Tools doesn't rank me at all. Yeah, so there wasn't really much to it. There wasn't really much of an art to it when we got our websites ranked on Bing. Like, it was just a case of, just setting up Webmaster Tools and then waiting, giving it a bit of time, etc. But I think it does come down to backlinks a lot as well. What else we got here? So Martin says, when checking a blog post for AI, what do you say should be the maximum percentage for the blog being AI generated? 50%? Personally, I would say here's the thing, right? I've not seen any proof that says AI generated content gets hit by Google. And, we've already talked about, for example, Perplexity AI, who have gone to 2.9 million traffic this year. With their site, they're performing like extremely well, and it's completely AI generated. Same for Claude, same for ChatGPT. And so I don't think that Google doesn't like AI content. I just think it doesn't like AI spam. And so that's the difference. Now, when it comes to those percentages, most people think like, oh, if it's okay, it's okay if it's 50% or 25%, etc. All that is a confidence score. So what it's saying is like 50%, it's sort of like 50% certain this is AI generated content, right? And so if you look at it from that perspective, it's actually really not sure. It's not sure at all whether that content is AI generated or not. And so in that situation, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Now, we do have clients who only buy human written content from us because they don't want to take any risks at all, right? And if you're a big corporate company, you don't want to be taking risks with AI content. But if you want to test this stuff out, then I can't see AI generated content being a problem as long as you're not spamming, right? As long as you're not creating trash, and as long as you're quality checking that. I would say quality checking is more important than bypassing AI detectors. And Dean Cole says, what about getting traffic from X-rated sites to drive traffic to your offer? I heard the CPC is very cheap to get a big ROI. Never tested it, and I don't plan to anytime soon because I want to keep a clean image. But it could work. I'm sure there's people out there making it work, right? I think any traffic converts in the long run. What do I think about Neuron Writer? I think it's great for SEO outlines. I prefer Autoblogging for writing the content. Lily says, happy Sunday. Good to see you here, Lily, as always. And Matt says, why is it showing no content for this site? Well, and Matt says, my site had 5 posts published in index in the last month, yet your search showed I had 0. Just checked and they're still indexed. It might be sometimes like the site colon method is not that accurate compared to the Google Search Console method. So that could be it. But what I would say from what I saw on your site, if you build more backlinks and if you go after the right keywords, you've got a high chance of ranking. But if you want to go like more in depth in that, just feel free to check out the SEO Elite Circle or just book in a call in the description and we can help you with that. Really appreciate the tip, by the way. Super kind. Thank you, Matt. And yeah, this chat turned from perplexity to actually helping and informing. Yeah, happy to help. So let's see what we got here. Martin King, when checking a blog post for AI, okay, we already answered that. Let's talk link building. As always, we love talking link building. What else are you going to do on a Sunday evening, huh? Like link building, that's what I do on the weekends. I'm just thinking about backlinks. App says, how do I write website copy, website content? I would use the SEO checklist. If you're not sure, like if you're just literally starting from scratch, follow the video tutorial right here in my SEO checklist, link in the comments and description. Just log into the free course, go to the free course, and then go to quality control. You'll find all the quality control workflows like this inside the free course, link in the comments and description. But basically, step by step, this will show you how to create and write SEO content. And lovely Belaine says, tried the strat you posted 2 to 3 months ago on Perplexity, but it's been 2 weeks now and the needle is still not moving. Did I miss anything? So from what I've seen, Perplexity actually, and I put this as a note on my last Perplexity Pages video, they actually de-indexed all of their AI pages, right? And it's only been over the last 7 days that I've seen them re-indexing their content, right? Which is quite interesting because previously they had a no index tag on their website, and that's where their traffic for Perplexity Pages has increased, and now it's bounced back again. As an example of that, right? If we go to Perplexity.ai inside Ahrefs, we'll go to the overview, and you can see here if we go to /page, you can see here that the traffic has just started bouncing up again. I'm just going to pull this up here. AI /page. There we go. There we go. All right. And let me pull up some example keywords. Here we go. Take that. We'll plug that in. And let's have a look. So we're going to take that web address right there. Sometimes Ahrefs doesn't show it because you've got to show the HTTPS at the start. Here we go, back on it. So yeah, you can see what's happened is like up to the last couple of months, they actually de-indexed all their content. So you can see it took a massive drop right there. And then over the last month or so, literally since like the 3rd of September, they re-indexed all the content. So you can see here, literally on the 5th of September, it looks like they re-indexed the content. Let me scroll and you can see here, and it bounced back up, right? So previously, I think that they no-indexed all content that wasn't curated by a Perplexity staff member, and there was a no-index tag on all the content. And then on the 5th of September, they re-indexed the content, and you can see that now Perplexity Pages content is indexing on Google, and they've got literally thousands of pages re-indexing over the last month, right? So that's what I think has happened. And so that's probably why you're not ranking, but otherwise just try and tweak it and test it and see that sort of thing. So Madasir says, if a website has cannibalization issue, it means multiple pages on the same type of keyword. Is it impact on the whole website ranking? And tell me about its solution. So the solution is you take the page that is ranking or the page that Google thinks is the most appropriate for that keyword, and then you merge those two pages together. So you can 301 redirect the old page, delete it, 301 redirect it to the page that you actually want to rank and that Google actually recognizes for that keyword. And then you should be good to go on the cannibalization issue, right? So previously you had 2 pages for one single keyword. Look at those emojis. We've got balloons popping off everywhere. So 2 keywords. Let's see if we can do that again. 1 page. I'm loving it. We got balloon effects everywhere for one keyword, right? And so you can delete the old page, 301 redirect it to the other page, and then you've just got 1 page for 1 keyword, which means that you solve the cannibalization problem. Lovely Balone says, how long should I wait to get the numbers to move? Do I need to do anything whilst waiting? Yeah, so there's a few things you can do to bump it up. Like you could try and increase the keyword density on the page. You could also edit the content. You could run it through a few indexes to index the new content. Additionally, what you could also do is you could build some backlinks to the page, or you could link to it from your other sites. And I think you have to give it time, because I think there's going to be a big indexing problem with Perplexity Pages too, right? So if they've de-indexed everything and then it's been re-indexed, yeah. The other thing that you can do to solve that problem is that you just create more Perplexity Pages around other keywords, right? And so then you're just playing the percentages game, because, for example, you could create 10 pages around 10 different keywords. And that way, it doesn't really require much extra effort because it's very easy to generate these pages, but you do have a much higher chance of ranking for your target keywords. And that might be the solution as well. Let's see what else we got. Dean Cole says that's a drawback from me. Also, I don't want the traffic to hurt the brand. Absolutely. I mean, can you imagine like if a client started seeing inbound traffic from X-rated sites, like it's not going to go down well. And so, yeah, I probably would avoid that. Martin says, have you worked with SaaS companies? How did it work out? Yeah, we worked with quite a lot of SaaS companies. So as an example of that, like if you feel free to book in a free SEO strategy session, but you can see here, we worked with Will Cannon, who owns several big SaaS companies, and we helped him grow. You can see the case study on the website. You can see that we helped this SaaS website, Will Cannon's, grow from 0 to 145,000 SEO traffic in less than 6 months, right? And he gained an estimated traffic value of 493,000 traffic. So you got a huge ROI from link building. The website ranks for a ridiculous amount of keywords, and they've got some DR80 and DR90 backlinks built from that campaign. So yeah, it works really well with SaaS companies. We've also worked with Hunter.io. Hunter.io are like one of the biggest SaaS companies in the game, if you ask me. Like in terms of marketing, especially email marketing, I don't think there's many bigger brands than Hunter.io for cold outreach email marketing. So yeah, it works out great. We love working with SaaS companies, some of our favorite customers. And Sabrina says, hey, Julian, loving the gems you've been dropping here. Lots of love from Jamaica. Shout out to my friends in Jamaica. Good to see you here, Sabrina. Thanks for joining. John says, is there a volume of words to the number of keywords, including long tail? Not sure what you mean there, but feel free to clarify on it. So with a 1,500 word page, is there a max number of keywords? Is there an effect on humanization? Can it lead to readability? Yeah, so really with readability, the goal is to simplify as much as you can, right? So typically, and Alex Hormozy talks a lot about this, like if you can simplify your language to literally the simplest format it can be, then more people will understand it. If more people can understand your content, it will convert better. As an example of that, if you're running like ads on an ads campaign and you simplify your language so much that anyone can understand it, those ads will convert better, right? And one of the easiest ways to fix that is you can just go to Hemingway. Hemingway is a free app and it tells you the reading grade that your content's at. And then you can just figure out, okay, how do I simplify it so that it's easier to understand? Now, when it comes to maximum number of keywords on the page, I would recommend that you use a tool like you can use Neuron, you can use Phrase, etc. But these sort of tools you can use to optimize your content, and it tells you the keyword density plus what other LSI keywords to include on the page. So as an example of that, if we go to this page on things to do, let's have a look. Let's go back here a sec. We're on can cats eat bananas because that is one of my favorite keywords of all time. And you can see here that what we're going to do is we're going to get an outline that recommends the number of keywords and the maximum keyword density for the particular key page that we want to rank, right? And also tell us the maximum word count to aim for as well. Sabrina says, which SEO content tool do you recommend, Yoast SEO or Rank Math? For me, I like to simplify things, and I think there's nothing more simple than Yoast SEO. So that's the one that I like to go for. And just to recap on this, so you can see, for example, this topic score is 9%. Now, if we added these keywords inside the content, the topic score would increase, which means that our content is more contextually relevant to the keyword that we want to rank for. Now, at the same time, when you're doing this, you want to be careful in terms of making sure that your content is not over-optimized and that it still reads and is usable and useful for a human. So you got to get that balance. You know, you're writing for the search engine, but you're also writing for the user so that it converts too. Mohammed says, what's about the readability of the content? We've talked about that already, but yeah, basically just use Hemingway and just simplify it as much as you can. The simpler it is, the better. So thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Feel free to join the SEO Elite Circle if you want more calls directly with me. In fact, if you want to join a video call with me directly each week, feel free to join the SEO Elite Circle. It is on a 72% discount today, my friends, and that means it's only $83 a month. Super cheap. Plus, you get free access to the SEO boardroom when you join, and you can post any questions inside the community, as you can see right here. You can direct message me, so we can just do SEO together. Like, if you have any problems, you're like, oh, I'll ask Julian. He'll be able to solve the problem for me. You can just DM me, like you can see right here. We've got loads of DMs over the last a few weeks and people saying how great we are. You can also see the classroom, which comes with loads of different courses on like SEO agency masterminds, SEO mastermind, YouTube, how to generate leads, etc. Loads of cool stuff inside there. And yeah, we've got a weekly schedule for live calls. So if you want to make more money with SEO, feel free to join that. And also, if you want to go book in a free SEO strategy session, feel free to get that link in the comments description. And if you found what we did today useful and you want that personalized to your website on a one-to-one free call, then feel free to just book in a call and we can jump on a call together and figure out exactly how to rank your website as well for free. Let's have a look at some of the last few questions we got here. So John says, I like SEO Press as I can add more sites for the same value as an alt plugin or for the same price. I think Yoast is actually free. And Johnny says, does auto blogging allow you to plug in open AI API? No, it's not an API based tool, but auto blogging have just released an API for their products. You can actually use their API to generate content. And yeah, happy to help. Thank you very much. Sabrina said, thank you. Happy to help. And BDI says, nice to see you doing well. Seems that you've managed to afford sleeves. That's it. All those YouTube videos about making money have finally paid off, and now I can afford sleeves on my t-shirt. So no tank tops today, my friends. No flip-flops, no tank tops. You never see on that channel again. And Lily says, awesome, thanks, happy to help. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So thanks so much, everyone. Don't forget to book in that free SEO strategy session. Don't forget to join me in the SEO Elite Circle. Hope to see you in there. We've got a really, really good community of SEOs. Plus, if you haven't seen it already, let me just show you the value that you get inside the SEO boardroom too. So inside the SEO boardroom, basically, I post loads of cool stuff here. So for example, there's a channel for AI content, for backlinks, for traffic diversification. You can see the Julian Goldie lab with loads of crazy experiments, loads of crazy stuff popping off right there, as you can see. Additionally, you can get all of my best recipes for creating and building an SEO agency. You got loads of crazy stuff on how I just do everything when it comes to YouTube SEO, how we got 3.5 million traffic. I also post the latest SEO news inside here. Additionally, what you'll see up here is a ridiculous amount of SOPs, right? It's worth it just for the SOPs because you're going to save time. So if you want to delegate, for example, AI SEO, ranking without websites, social media, CRO, funnel templates, white label SEO templates, agency SOPs, etc., you can get that all inside here, along with my SEO toolbox. And if you have questions, like you can see right here, just feel free to ask them and I'll get back to you straight away. So that is inside the SEO Elite Circle. Feel free to get it, link in the comments description. Lily says 100% more than worth it. Lily is a member of the SEO boardroom and an amazing one at that. So appreciate you, Lily. And thanks everyone who's tuned in today. Hope to see you in the SEO Elite Circle. Cheers. Bye-bye.